The Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Appellate Division's virtual admissions ceremony. Ms. Schwartz, would you please proceed?
Good afternoon, and may it please the court. I, Sharon Schwartz, staff counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this afternoon to present to the court 34 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each applicant appearing here today. Accordingly, on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and therefore I do hereby move for their admission.
Thank you. Ms. Schwartz, in advance of today's ceremony, my colleagues and I have considered this very important motion to admit these candidates to the bar, and they've authorized me to grant the motion. As always, Ms. Schwartz, I ask that you please extend the sincerest thanks of the court to the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for continuing to make great efforts, especially during this extraordinary time, to ensure that each of the candidates appearing before us does indeed embody the important requirements for admission to the bar of the state of New York. So these committee members work pro bono, that is without compensation, and my colleagues and I truly appreciate their service in helping to keep the admissions process functioning so smoothly. So thank you so much, and please extend our thanks to the committee. Ms. Rojas, the clerk of the court, Susanna Rojas, will now administer the oath of office.
Good afternoon, Justice Renwick. Good afternoon, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question at the end. I will ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying, I do, if you agreed with the oath. At this point, I ask everyone to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of attorney and counselor at law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your microphones and respond by saying, I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your right hand and please mute your microphones. Thank you.
Congratulations, attorneys, indeed. On occasions as auspicious as these, one of the jurists addresses you new attorneys, and today that pleasure falls to my esteemed colleague, the Honorable Troy Weber. Justice Weber?
Thank you, Justice Renwick. So on behalf of my fellow justices, I would like to congratulate the newly admitted attorneys. I would also like to congratulate their parents, family, and friends who have supported them both emotionally as well as financially. Traditionally, in the admission ceremony, the justices would process into the courtroom. The counsel to the committee would present the candidates for admission to the court. If the motion was granted, the court officer would ask that the candidates please stand and raise their right hand. Ms. Rojas would deliver the oath, and the officer would then ask the attorneys to be seated. That change in status from a candidate to attorney would not be lost on the attorneys nor the audience. Obviously, we would be in our majestic courtroom with its magnificent dome ceiling and the beautiful murals which line the walls, and not in our respective homes and offices. Please do not think that because we are virtual, that in any way diminishes your accomplishments or your achievements. In fact, what you have all achieved in these trying times and what you will continue to achieve is perhaps all the more commendable. You should all be very proud of yourselves, and you should definitely savor the moment with your family and your friends. I must tell you that when the idea of virtual admissions was first broached, now well over 2 years ago, it was met by skepticism by some. After all, it was something new, something that had never been done before. And as you may have surmised, it required countless hours of planning, technological modifications, and a few miscues. However, we adapted, and that is the beauty and the hallmark of our profession. That is what being an attorney is all about, the ability to adapt, the ability to recognize an issue or a problem and find a solution. and the ability to work together to do so. Now, I recognize we are all confronted with extraordinary challenges, both professional and personal. However, we are also confronted with the ability to bring about change and to make a difference. The ability to make our world a safer place for each of us, for our families, and for our individual communities. And when I say we, it is because we are all in it together. We are all there to support, to help, and to encourage each other. That there are many vehicles for making a difference. It may be volunteering to assist those less fortunate who are in need with legal issues. It may be serving as a mentor to current law school students who are facing a myriad of issues, which are multifaceted and have never been faced by law school students in the past. It may be by joining a bar association or becoming more active in your law school or college alumni association. The practice of law is certainly in flux. More and more attorneys are working from home. Most, if not all, the newly admitted attorneys were interviewed and hired remotely, and some have never seen the insides of their offices. While this may be frightening and uneasy to some, it is still a vehicle for change. It is a vehicle for making our profession more practical in this new world. And it allows us to explore what we can and what can be, and what the practice of law can and should be. Now, with the oath you have just taken also comes a set of principles and obligations that now become a part of your life forever, whether you remain a practicing attorney or not. For the rest of your days, you and your actions will be judged in light of your education, as well as your status as a member of this profession. While many see this as a burden, it is also an honor. As Thurgood Marshall stated, each of you, as an individual, must pick your own goals, listen to others, but do not become a blind follower. Do not wait for others to move. Move yourself. Where you see wrong, inequality, or injustice, speak out. Lastly, allow me to share a quote from our newly appointed Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, Justice Brown Jackson. She stated, "Be open to new ideas and experiences, because you'll never know when someone else will have an interesting thought or when a new door will open to you on the journey of your dreams." So attorneys, plunge deeply. Be a bit more like your heroes and your heroines. You all bring fresh ideas and talents to a noble and great profession. Again, my congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice Weber. This admission ceremony is now concluded. Court is adjourned. Good luck.
Thank you to the justices and Ms. Rojas. They will now sign off, and the new attorneys will stay on with me.